everybody. Good day. So last week, you already learned about the arithmetic sequence and the formula of its sequence. So this week, we will be dealing another lesson. Um, and I hope that you've learned a lot from the previous topic. But before we start with our lesson for this week, let us have a review of the last lesson. Okay, so this is a sequence in which each term after the first differs from the preceding term by a constant called the common difference. What do you call in this one? This is arithmetic sequence. You're correct. Next, what is the other term of the word sequence? If you still remember, what do you call that one? That is progression. Next, what is the general term or formula we are going to use in arithmetic sequence? That is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 multiplied to d. Okay, so those are the topic that you answer on your activity last week. Okay, here's one trivia that I'm gonna give you today. So all odd numbers have a letter E in them. So example of an odd numbers we have 1, 3, 5, 7. So as you notice, there is a letter E in their spelling. Okay, so you have already know some trivia, and now let's go ahead and proceed with our discussion for activity 1. Okay, so our topic or your topic for this activity 1 is finding the next few terms of a sequence using a formula. So last time, you are given the first term or the sequence, and you are just going to substitute to the arithmetic sequence general formula that I provided you before. So right now, at this activity, we are just going to provide you a formula, then kamo na mangita sa mga terms. Okay? So usually, sa ginaingon ko pa last time, that a sequence has a terms. So ang katong sequence, kinunang sequence na gitawag of first term, second term, third term, and so on. So the E sub n, as you notice in the formula, E sub n gani, mo na gitawag og kanang n sa ubos, mo na gitawag og subscript. So sa maning subscript? So subscripts are used to designate the ordinal of a term. So if we talk about ordinal, iyang pagka sunod-sunod. So it is customary to use a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, until and so on. Okay, to designate the n terms. The subscript n is understood to start from 1, then 2, and so on. Okay? So, for example here, let us find the first 5-term sequence in A sub n is equal to n minus 4. So, wala ta kahibaw sa sequence na to. Wa mo tagay sa sequence. You are just going to find the 5 terms or the first 5 terms of the sequence using only a formula. Unsaon man ni? Unsaon man ni siya? Kung gamiton na itong formula, kanira nga formula itong gamiton. And we are going to find the first 5 terms of a sequence. So, sa inyo ni kay siya, first thing you do is that let us find the first term. And how we can able to find the first term is just use the formula. So, A sub n is equal to n minus 4. Then, you're just going to substitute since we're going to find the first term. So, kinahanglan atong ipangita ang first term man. So, si n atong pulihan o 1. Of course. So, a sub 1 is equal to 1. So, first term, kung first term atong ipangita, so 1 ang atong ipuli diri sa iyaha. Then, the n term also pulihan nato og 1. Muna siya nahitabo is a sub 1 is equal to 1 minus 4. And also, 1 minus 4 is equal to a sub 1 is equal to negative 3. So this is actually the first term of the sequence using the formula. Kani nga formula? The first term is negative 3. So notice the first term is negative 3. So we're looking for the second term because our task is look for the first 5 terms. So to find the second term, you can use again the formula. A sub n is equal to n minus 4. Then just substitute the n to 2 because we need to get the second term. So substitute the n by 2 and also the n here 2. So 2 minus 4. So the answer is negative 2. And also in the third term, use again the formula and substitute. Substitute rin mo si 3 ni n kay katulong matong ipangita. So muna siya na si 3 na diha. So a sub 3 is equal to 3 minus 4. So a sub 3 is equal to negative 1. So the third term or katulong nga term sequence is negative 1. Okay, let's proceed. So the fourth term. So we're looking for the fourth term or ikaupat sa sequence. And ikalima nga sequence. So mora gyapon ang buhaton. So you're going to substitute 4 to n. So a sub 4, then 4 minus 4. So the a sub 4 there is 0 because 4 minus 4 is 0. And of course, the fifth term. So substitute again to n. Substitute again to n. And as you can see, a sub 5 is equal to 5 minus 4. Then a sub 5 is equal to 1. So the fifth term is 1. So we are already done with our substituting numbers to find the terms of a sequence. So, nakakita na ta sa using the formula, nakita na to ang mga terms or the first 5 terms of the sequence. So, moto siya ang negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, and 1. So, these are the first 5 terms that we found from the formula nga a sub n minus 4. Then the question is this an arithmetic sequence? Arithmetic sequence ba ni siya? Yes, of course. This is an arithmetic sequence. So nakabantay mo, unsay common difference ani niya? Unsay common difference na mo nakita? So the common difference there is 1, of course, as you can see. So kung negative 3 plus 1, may mong negative 2, then negative 2 plus 1, may mong negative 1. Negative 1 plus 1, 0, then plus 1, may mong 1. So this is actually an arithmetic sequence. And of course, we're dealing with arithmetic sequence. So this is an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so let's proceed with another example. So let's find the first 3 terms of a sequence. A sub n is equal to 5 plus 4n. So this is the formula na ito nakita. A sub n is equal to 5 plus 4n. So same process. So use the formula first. Then substitute first term. Kung first term ang ipangita, so 1 i-substitute ni n. Substitute po ka ni n der spikas. Na, muna siya nga na a sub 1. And of course, n is here is 1. Okay? So a sub 1 is equal to 9 since 5 plus 4 times 1. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. So this is the first term. In the second term, of course, pareha ra gyud pagbuhat. So we're just going to substitute. I-substitute lang nimo si 2 ni n. And also here, kung makita mo n gani, so you're just going to substitute kung asa nga term. Okay? So muna siya na a sub 2, then equal to 5 plus 4 times 2, that is 8. So that's the reason why a sub 2 is equal to 5 plus 8. And the second term is 13. So as well as also in the third term. And use the formula, then substitute again to n. And also. So a sub 3 is equal to 5 plus 4 times 12. So we have a sub 3 is equal to 5 plus 12, then a sub 3 is 17. So these are the first three terms. So tanawon ninyo ang gipangutana ha. Ayaw ninyo anaa sa boundary kung asa taman mangita ra. So find the first three terms of the sequence. So we're just going to find the first three terms. Okay? So how about you try on your own? Okay, so in your activity, there will be 5 questions, I think. 5 questions. And just follow the example because they are just the same. Parihara na siya process pod, and this video pod, parihara po siya process. So, dali ra kay siya mangita sa mga terms using the formula.